Hey, good morning, everyone. I posted something over the weekend that I just wanted to go a little bit more in depth with. It was something that, really spoke to me, but I posted it because I felt this isn't just a word for me. There's somebody out there, that needs to hear it as well. And what I had posted was, you are not the sum of your bad decisions. So stop letting the enemy tell you that you are, whether it comes from other people or whether you say it to yourself. Get in the Word and take in what God has to say about you. And that was something that just, really spoke to my heart because, I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life, and I've kind of let that overshadow a lot of the decisions that I make. And it's allowed me to, really kind of retreat within myself. And I've lived more in a place of fear that, I'm just disqualified because, I haven't lived a flawless life. That how can I be qualified to even, speak into somebody else's life? And it's taken me some time to really realize that, that's not what God thinks, because He can take our mistakes and our bad decisions and turn those for good. And we can be able to minister to somebody else who may be going through the very same thing and give them hope and encouragement that, you are going to make this through this and get out on the other side. And I've just kind of been in a season where it's like, I'm really kind of wanting a shift and I'm wanting things to change. And I've just been really pressing in to the Lord in prayer and asking, God, what am I missing? What's the missing piece here that I still seem to feel, for lack of a better term, just stuck where I'm at. And the Lord gave me two things. One of those was fear, and the second one was obedience. And, if you are stuck kind of in a season where, maybe you've been there for a couple months, maybe you've been there for a year, maybe longer, I don't know. But if you just feel like you're kind of stuck and wanting to get out and explore and do new things and move forward in your relationship with the Lord, then that may be something that you want to, question yourself about. Is there something, some area that I'm living in fear that God does not want me in that place of fear? Because He tells us, do not fear. Many, many times in the Bible, He tells us, do not fear. So if we're living in fear, that can put a major hindrance on what it is God has called us to do. And secondly, ask yourself, am I being obedient? Is there something that He has asked me to do that I have not done? And if so, why haven't I done it? Is, for me, my 9 times out of 10, I would have to say my lack of obedience has to do with a root of fear in something. So just ask yourself those questions. And it's kind of like when you're wanting to get out of a season and you're just stuck there. It's like, I think of my son, and I'll tell him, before you can play outside, you need to clean your room. Well, the truth is he's not going to play outside. He's not going to get to that next experience until he does what I have asked him to do. And I think sometimes that's just how God is with us. It's like, look, I've asked you to do something and you still haven't done it. So why do you think that, you can now go on to the next thing and the next thing? It doesn't often work that way. Now, I'm not saying that's the rule all the time, because, God can switch it up and all of that. But a lot of times I think we're stuck in our situations just because of our own decisions and what we've decided to do or not to do. And I want to read a scripture to you, which is in Joshua 1, verse 9. And I just want this to be an encouragement to you today. And it says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." So he's with us, and wherever we go, whatever we do, God is with us. So he's saying, I'm with you. I've got your back. So what do you have to be afraid of? It's a really good question. So I just want to encourage you guys today, don't allow fear or your past mistakes disqualify you from what God has asked you to do, because if God has asked you to do it, He will walk you through it and He will give you everything that you need to do to be obedient to what He has asked you to do. He will give you every tool that you need, every word that you need to say. So don't let fear stop you, and don't let your past and what you think people may think of you because of your past stop you from what God has asked you to do. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and we'll talk to you next time.